what's going on? A.J Gaaaaaanggg. How y'all doing? How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, I almost said today, but it's nighttime now that I'm recording this video. So, today, I'm going to be doing a video about my first love, okay? This is not the same person from the video where I did my first relationship with a girl. I say that this is my first love because this was the person that I was actually in love with, and although it was technically a relationship, it didn't really last long enough for what I personally considered to be a relationship. So that's why I consider the more in-depth one that lasted longer to be my first relationship. But I was not in love with that girl. I was in love with this girl that I'm going to be talking about today. So this should have a lot, well, it shouldn't be as toxic as that other story time was. There are some sad points in it, you know, but nothing that I blame her for. I don't feel any type of way towards this girl at all. I wish her the absolute best, you know, but I'm gonna just let y'all know that story because I briefly talked about it in my coming out story video, but I wanted to give a bit more in depth and just focus on that story time. So let's get started, y'all. So there was this girl, this beautiful Vietnamese girl, and I didn't talk to her yet, but I'd seen her in my math class when I was in 7th grade. Yeah, I know, long ass fuck ago. When I was in 7th grade, and I just thought she was so pretty, but like I could not get the guts to say anything to her at all. So I used to just admire her from a distance when we were in that class, and if we had any other classes together, I can't really remember. But I would just look at her when she wasn't looking in my direction, and just be like, wow, that girl's she's really cute. And I did this for pretty much the majority of the year. You know, she used to have these really nice outfits and these like skirts that she would wear, and she just used to look really nice to me all the time. So I was really attracted to her. But she was also like super shy. She didn't really like talk to like a lot of people. So I wasn't really sure how to approach her because I didn't want it to be like awkward and weird. So I didn't say anything. So 8th grade comes along, and yeah, so 8th grade comes along. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. And I start seeing her around school again. You know, the feelings haven't really changed. I know I'm still thinking she's really cute. Apparently, she had been checking me out too, but I had no idea at all. Like, I had no clue. I didn't even know that she knew I was into girls at all. She had told somebody that I used to be friends with back in middle school that she thought I was cute. And I was like, oh shit, really? Like, I was like, okay. Because, you know, when you like someone, you get all nervous because, you know, you don't know if the feelings are reciprocated. So I was really happy to hear about that, you know? So I told her if she could like help me get with this girl since she was feeling the same way that I was feeling. So I honestly cannot remember exactly how that happened, but I do remember that the 8th grade dance was coming up. And I was trying to turn me a date. So I was like, shit, we should go to the dance together. And I think, honestly, I'm so sorry if this is like out of order. I don't fucking remember exactly how everything happened, but at some point, I don't know if we were already dating or what. Actually, no, that wouldn't make any sense. Okay, let's rewind. So, I can't remember how we started talking, but we started talking. It was very minimal at first, you know. We were slowly working up our way to being comfortable around each other and everything. And it started off by us saying hi and stuff in the hallway and things like that. Like, I remember I was with someone else that I used to be friends with. A lot of ex-friends. Someone else that I used to be friends with. We were going home, it was at the end of the day. And this girl was coming in the other direction. And she was like, have a good weekend. And I was like, you have a good weekend too. And like, it was so obvious we were like flirting with each other. And I was like really good mood after that. And my friend was like, are y'all two dating or something? Y'all like each other? And I was like, well, we're not dating yet, but we do like each other. Yeah, that's the girl I've been telling you about. And you know, she was all excited or whatever. So yeah, there was that. And then like, we had started dating around track season. Yeah, the one time I did track in my whole fucking life. Yeah. We started dating around that time. And I remember we were both like in the locker room together, getting ready to go. And I think we were both running late because we had extra help for math or some shit. And she asked me if I wanted to walk with her to the track field, because it was like a 10-minute walk from our school or something like that. Yeah, and you had to like walk through the park and all this shit. So I agreed, and we walked together, and we had some small talk here and there. And then when you get to the track, you know, the way our school did it, you had to run 2 laps as soon as you got there. So we ran the 2 laps together since we were the only 2 ones that were late. So that was nice. And like, I'll be watching her when she was doing her stuff. I think she was a sprinter. Yeah, she was, I don't know, she might have been a distance too, but definitely a sprinter. I did not run for shit unless I had to run those 2 laps. So I was a thrower. What do you call it? Shot put and the discus. Yeah. So that was what I was doing. She'd be watching me while I was doing that shit. And it was just like this really cute thing we had going. And then there was one day, I'll never forget. This was like the first time that I really showed like PDA publicly to anyone and also to a girl all at the same time. So people were like, oh shit, because we were walking outside and all these other people were walking in the direction of the track. So there were these girls behind us. And then my girlfriend at the time goes, so do you like want to hold hands or some shit? I was like, really? I was like, okay. Like, we were both really awkward about it, but we both really wanted to do it because like the way we were walking, our hands kept hitting each other, you know, and we were trying to act like we both didn't notice, but I felt that shit, you know what I'm saying? So she locked her hands into mine. This was one of my favorite moments ever, you know. She locked her hands into mine. We're just walking quietly. Nobody said a word, but you just hear people behind us gasping and like, oh shit, oh, do you still see that? You know? And I was like, wow, I just felt so proud of myself for comfortably, eventually getting comfortable doing that. At first I was kind of nervous, but then it felt really good to be able to do that, you know, and not care what other people thought. So that was a nice moment. And then she let go, and then we both, you know, breathed. And then we just kept walking. Yeah. And like, I think the sweetest moment that we had was on our way home from a track meet on the bus with our other teammates. Yeah. So we were like all really tired and everything, and we were sitting in a 2-seater, and she like leaned her head onto my shoulder, and I just thought it was like the cutest fucking shit in the world because no girl had ever done that, you know, to me. And I didn't want the moment to end, and I didn't move or anything. I just took in the moment, enjoyed every second of it. There were definitely some people staring at that point. I couldn't really hear people talking about it. If they were, I don't fucking remember. They probably were, and they just were more quiet about it this time since they were closer to us. But that was just a really romantic moment. Honestly, a favorite moment that we had. Out of all the relationships I've been in, I would say that was definitely the most genuinely sweet like moment ever that I've had with a girl before. And that's probably the point where I felt like I was like in love with her, because it just seemed so like real and genuine, you know. And I was like, I don't even want to like, you know, you get into your first shit and you just head over heels when that kind of shit happens. So that's how I was feeling. Yeah, and then like that's when the 8th grade dance was rolling up too. Um, Now I can get to that point in the story because that would have made no sense if I said that shit before what I just said. So yeah, that shit's coming up, and I really casually asked her. I was like, "Hey, so you going to the dance?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you want to go with me?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, great. Well, that was easy. No, I can't even call it what, an 8th grade dance proposal, whatever the fuck. No, type of shit like that. I kept it real simple. I was not at that point yet where I was starting to do proposals. That's a story time for a different day. But yeah. So I asked her real casual, and I was so happy. It was like my first love is going with me to the 8th grade dance, and I was really happy. And this is where shit just kind of went downhill. For the first time. She was going through some personal stuff. I'm not gonna disclose any of that out of respect for her. She's always been really private about that sort of thing, and only certain people have that information. So I'm not gonna say what any of that was, but it was enough for her to feel like our relationship wasn't going to work out. All of this that I explained happened in a very short amount of time. We were just kind of going with it, and she just felt like it wasn't gonna work out, and she didn't want me to have to worry about things or feel down about certain things because of what was going on. And I did respect her for that, and I always will, that she took me into consideration and didn't want to put me through all of that, although I felt like I could handle it. I mean, who knows how it would actually happen if we had stayed together at that time. But she didn't want to put me through all of that. So she ended up ending the relationship before the dance and everything. That's probably the only thing that really sucked about it. Like, I still wanted to be there for her for whatever she needed. But I was like, shit, now I'm dateless. So I ended up just going with my friends, but I had a fantastic time. Honestly, in my opinion, we had more fun than the people that had dates. Let's be honest. Like, because at that point, people are still really awkward about shit. So yeah, they want to be grown and doing all this shit. But when it actually comes to the actual moment, then everyone's all awkward and weird. And then the slow dances come and people are like, fuck, how the fuck did we do this? And like the upbeat shit, it doesn't even fucking matter. Because if you're your friends, you're having a good ass time. And that's what we did. And that's probably the one dance I went to that I did not regret going alone. Well, without a date. So yeah, but although I did try to get back with her again at the end of the night. I saw her, but she was still going through that stuff, so she didn't want to get involved again, and I respected that. I just figured I'd give it a go. So yeah, so fast forward to freshman year, which isn't that much of a fast forward, but fast forward. And I decided to ask her out again. I could just not get over this girl, and I was still in love with her. So we tried it for a little bit, a little cutesy thing, here and there, a little cute text when we're outside of school. But at the same time, it felt like there were times where there was some distance between us, and I was ignoring all of this for the longest time until I just couldn't anymore. And I eventually had to let her go around the holiday times. This time I was the one that ended it because I just was feeling sorry, I saw some shit, emotionally drained at that point. And I'm not blaming any of this at her, but she was right. I wasn't able to deal with it, the way I thought I could. So we just agreed to be friends at that point. It hurt really bad because I was really in love with her, seriously in love with her. The only girl I've ever been in love with. But I knew it was the right thing to do, and I knew that it would benefit the two of us in the long run. And I just wanted what was best for me and what was best for her. And if us being friends would always be better than us being in a relationship, I 100% would take that any day. because I just, like I said, I want her to be happy. And yeah, we haven't talked in a while, but if she ever sees this, you can hit me up. I will always be here for you. It doesn't have to be romantic based. You know, I just want to be able to support you in any way that I can. Yeah. Oh, nothing but love for you, like that ass. Nothing but love. Yeah. So that's, sorry, somebody is. Oh, it's just Pinterest. That's the story time of my first love and the little cutesy things that were going on. And yeah. Matter of fact, after this video, I'm gonna try and see if I can find her Instagram or something just to see if she's okay. You know, I just want to know she's good because I think about her a lot. Yeah. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video about my first true love. You know, first girl I was ever in love with ever. I don't know what the next video is gonna. Well, I know it'll be in a few days, but I mean, I don't know what it is going to be. Cause you know I'm still trying to figure out a lot of shit in my personal life. This week was a little rough for me. I probably am gonna talk about some of that stuff in a future video. There's definitely some big things coming that I'm gonna be talking about in some pretty deep story times. I don't know how soon or how later I'm gonna be doing this. I'm a bit nervous to be sharing about it, but I have a gut feeling that it needs to be said, and that it will benefit people in the long run to hear what I have to say about those situations. So I'm gonna cut this shit short before it gets too fucking long. But thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all could follow me on Instagram at echo.tings, ekko.tingz. Y'all could add me on Snap at alanaesi, ALANAESI. Yeah, that's what I got for y'all, AJ Gang. I posted a workout video the other day. Y'all can go check that out. Yeah, I will upload as soon as I can. Thank y'all for supporting me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that shit. You already know. Aight, AJ Gang. Peace!